I got a Daisy feeling. I got a Daisy feeling. Yeah.
Hello, people. I am Jabby Kawai, joined by Andrew Flash Gordon.
What's up?
We're looking at adult coloring books, etc. Stand-up comedy by Kanan, Gill, excerpt from Is This It? Fun fact, I almost saw Kanan Gill while we were in India. I was very, very much looking forward to it. And Samay Raina had invited myself and Achar Kirk out to his show in Mumbai, and we experienced the worst traffic ever that we experienced while in Mumbai. Literally gridlock traffic, people getting out of the cars wondering, "Are yaar, what's going on?" And we got to the show just in time to see Samay Raina's stand-up, which, as it turned out, was all in Hindi, so we didn't know what the hell was going on. Samay was like, "Do you want to go?" after his set was over, and I was like, "Well, I want to watch Kanan Gill." So we stayed, and Kanan Gill never showed up. So he canceled that night. I was so sad. But we can watch his videos here, so looking forward to that.
Fortunately, he can't cancel this.
Exactly.
Right now, so.
Oh, it got deleted from YouTube. What the heck? Just kidding. You guys, thanks so much for joining. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching while you subscribe and upvoting. Subscribe to Kanan Gill. There's a link in the description below if you want to click on that link. Give the original upvote. Subscribe to him from there. Here we go.
I was scrolling on Amazon and I found a product, I don't know if you've seen. Okay, it's called an adult coloring book. You know? It's in a category called What Happened to My Life. Also, hey, adult coloring book is not adult in the way that I was hoping. There were no like sexy pics of hot singles to color. It was just mandala patterns. Statements like, do what you love. Isn't it amazing that people say, do what you love, like it hasn't occurred to us? Oh, do what I love? Oh, yeah. Dude, why do I keep putting my foot in the toilet? I should do. There's a problem, right, with doing what you love, and it's you. You don't love anything. The things you think you love disintegrate on contact with you. Well, you know the feeling, love guitar, hold guitar, hate guitar. You love the idea of being a person and hate the experience of being a person.
Oh, why did he have to tell me that? Oh, what he's saying is too real, because I've experienced that. You know, I was at Costco. They sold a guitar package with the DVD and everything. And it was like $180. I was excited. I'm like, that's a low cost investment for a hobby. I bought it. I maybe touched that guitar 6 times. I still have it. I don't know how to play guitar. I need to take some lessons. I will prove Kanan Gill wrong.
So I bought it. I'm not better than you. I bought adult. It's for anxiety, for reducing. I don't want. If you guys buy it, you'll be like, Kanan, I didn't get anxiety only. For less. For less. Oh. I have a lot of anxiety, and I had anxiety before it was cool, okay? Yeah, now these days, everyone I meet is like, Kanan, these days I just can't. Kanan, these days I just can't. Well, I couldn't, okay? I cannot have been. Where were you then? I had anxiety when they called it worrying.
Okay, so I have to give you some information here. In India, therapy is something that has only recently become more accepted. I think that might be in part what he's referring to, because mental health is not something that has necessarily been taken seriously in India until recently. It's an ever-changing thing, so.
Respect your elders.
Yeah, like elders kind of just shamed you.
I like worrying. I prefer worrying as a word because it facilitates conversation. Tell someone you have anxiety, they don't know what to say back, right? Like, I have anxiety. They'll be like, bro. Same. If you tell someone you're worried, they will give you immediate actionable advice, right? They'll be like, dude, don't worry. Don't worry, of course. No one says don't anxiety. So I bought an adult coloring book, and to fill it in, I needed to get color pencils, okay? I didn't think of it. Amazon said, people who buy this also buy.
Yeah, true.
Faber-Castell, pack of 6 color pencils. Box of tissues for weeping.
Don't always trust that. Sometimes you get led astray and you buy something you're not supposed to get. I thought 2 items went together once. It didn't fit.
Prestige 3-burner gas stove. Right? I don't know how the data science works. But there's always a third thing. You're like, why? Why Philips air purifier? And after a while, you're like, should I buy? Is this what other sad people are buying? So now I am buying color pencils, and I'm in the position that many of you must have been in, of buying something for yourself that was denied to you in your childhood, right? When I was young, I was like, can I have color pencils? But it's like, no, use your sister's. And now I'm like, for myself, I will buy the best color pencils that money can buy. So I'm reading the reviews of the color pencils, written by other people in their 30s. Who have strong opinions on color pencils, quality, shade distribution, nib offset, wear, grip. I love reading reviews, especially reviews written by Indian people, because, dude, all Indian reviews are complaints. It's not a review of the product. It's how you have been wronged by an organization. First review of everything always is, this is a fraud company. They are doing fraud. Sir, I have ordered a cab from this company. A driver has murdered me. Then, fraud. It's pathetic service. You don't care about customer. The second review typically is the word hi. There was a guy who was born inside the internet who uses every opportunity to dispense greetings. People think it's creepy. You can't reply. It's pure. He just wants to say hi. While you're scrolling past your Rakesh, thank you, man.
He's lonely.
I hope you escape from the internet one day.
Hey, Ralph did.
So on Amazon, 2 reviews, okay, for color pencils I finalized on. First review, 1 star. Worst. No further explanation.
I hate those.
This is the worst human experience. People are dying in wars. Like, oh my God, this is the worst. No! Have you seen this pack of 6 color pencils? Oh shit! Oh my God, I misspoke. First review, 1 star, worst. Second review, 5 stars.
I know. It's always
Like,
that.
what do I
Worst.
do?
That person explained it. He was like, the color pencils are good. My coloring is bad.
Oh, there's context there, so that's better.
Then what to do, right? So I got color pencils. I ordered it, immediately get a call from my friend, okay? She just called, which is not allowed. You have to follow the protocol of first messaging, like, hey, are you free to chat for a bit? Right? And you see that message, and you are free, but you're not that free. Like, you're not doing anything, but you could be doing so many things. So when you receive that message, you just let it rest for a bit. Like a souffle, you're like, get some space. And later when you know they're not free, then you're like, hey, now can we chat?
That's very tricky. That's exactly what they do to you at restaurants here in America. Is like, it probably doesn't sound related, but it's related in my brain, okay? They serve the food, and the moment you take a bite, while the food is inside your mouth, that's when the server comes by and goes, how's the food? Because you can't say shit. And they go, oh, you're occupied with, so they're gonna run away. But they came by the table, so you can't say that they didn't. I hate that so much.
It happens all the time.
And then with regards to the 1 star, 5 star thing, I feel like people either are driven to make a review by relief that it's awesome, because they think it's awesome, or they hate it, and it's the worst thing ever. I jump to the 3 star and the 4 star reviews. I'm like, why that? Usually there's a detailed explanation in there, like, that was cool, but, etc. You know?
You've opened up new horizons for me. I should start paying more attention to the 3 and 4 because I only pay attention to the 1 and 5. So
Then they don't reply. And then one day, both of you die. But if someone just calls you like, this better be good. So I pick up, I was like, cat. My friend is like, Kanan, take me to the It's not how she normally talks. Excuse me. Kanan, take me to the Like, one more time. Take me to the And I realized she's trying to say hospital. Yeah. But then I started enjoying myself. One more time.
Terrible.
I just really like making this sound. Yeah.
You're good.
Because, dude, vomiting is the only thing that if you pretend to do it enough, people will do it.
I hate that so much.
It's a superpower all of us have. No one is using.
I hate it.
Try it. Your friends are like, why are you late? I'm so sorry.
You're vomiting through osmosis.
Dude, if you are ever held at gunpoint, right? Which is like, here it's going to happen. So, when you are held at gunpoint,
Just make
Something is
that noise.
someone's like, give me all your money. You're like, you can escape. Boy's looking out for you.
I will remember that in that situation.
I love his
So then
physicality.
I got a cab, went and picked up my friend, asking someone on the road, excuse me, where's the nearest hospital? The guy's like, oh, hospital in straight. Obviously go to the emergency room, right? I run in first, I'm like, doctor, it's an emergency. My friend is behind, she's like, and the doctor says, who is the patient?
God damn, really?
I was like, is it not clear, sir? I am the patient. She's like this. No, she just vomits socially.
Oh, grody. Stop doing that.
Dude, I don't know why emergency room doctors are never impressed with your emergency. Right?
They've
It's such
seen
a
it
big
all.
deal for you. Least they can do is like, wow, how did you do this? But no matter what you go with, they're like, so, you've got a knife in your butt. So, go stand in the knife in the butt line.
It's just another Tuesday for me.
Full line of people with knives in their butts. Hello, how are you? Back again, I say, yes, you know how I live. So now, they put my friend on a bed. Emergency room is empty because it's the afternoon. And we know emergencies happen at night. I know. Nothing crazy. Afternoon urgent, night emergent. Only one other guy in the emergency room. And he's on a bed in the corner, connected to a machine that goes beep every few seconds. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the soundtrack of the emergency room is beep, beep, beep. It's like, I'm going to leave. Because it was becoming catchy. Okay.
It's contagious.
Later, if I'm like, people are like, hey, whose song is that? Like, have you heard emergency room? So, I go to the bathroom, I'm washing my hands, and we've all had to do a lot of hand washing past couple of years. Everybody saw the diagram of like, oh, you have to do thumb also, like this. Oh, okay. They don't address the main problem with washing your hands, is that the tap is also dirty.
That's true.
Open the tap, wash your hands, close the tap, dirty again. Open the tap, wash your hands, close the tap, dirty again. So what we have to do is, you open the tap, first you wash the tap. No other country is playing this 5-dimensional chess. Oh, you wash me, I wash you. How about that?
Well, I use a paper towel to close it. Or I use my elbow.
Usually what happens, one
use
brave
my
person
shoe.
goes and opens it with their wrists
That's all.
and leaves that water flowing forever. Now this wastes a lot of water. To solve the problem of water wastage, they made push-button taps that give you the wrong amount of water.
That's true. It always does. I never get enough. Ever. Every time I push, I'm like, damn it. And then I have soap all over my hands, and then I got to press again, and I still don't get enough.
Like on airplanes?
Every time. Well, and just parks, just wherever they have this, in restaurants sometimes too.
I don't know why faucets everywhere globally are not like they are at the doctor's offices. Well, at least the doctor's offices here in Los Angeles. I don't, or in America.
Motion.
No. I don't know if what the doctor's offices are like in India. They might have the same thing. You guys can let me know. But when I've gone to the doctor and I got to wash my hands, they have foot pedals.
Ah,
You step to
that's
activate
smart.
the water. I'm like,
Smart.
why isn't that like that everywhere? Yeah. Everywhere it should be like that.
I agree. I mean, I usually, like I mentioned, I usually use my shoe to turn things off, so that would make life a lot easier for me if I could just press.
Basically, it's the same thing for you.
Yeah, exactly. Every time.
I hate that so much.
Every time happens to me.
So then what? You have to press it with one hand and do this with your other hand.
Like this.
We've all done this. What exactly is this accomplishing? No, bro, I wash the top part of my hand with the bottom part of my hand, and that way I circulate the dirt. Dude, now after COVID, everything automatic, right? Including automatic soap dispenser, in which it's impossible to tell when the soap will come out.
Dude, oh my God, he's so right. I've been in restaurants where I go to get the soap and it doesn't come out, and I'm like, okay, I have to do it again. And when I pull my hand away, it
comes
drops.
out, yeah.
And I look and I'm like, there is a huge puddle of soap there. Like, this is clearly a malfunctioning machine. Anyway.
It goes,
Yeah.
no soap. As soon as you give up, you look on the counter, there's a full river of semen by public soap.
Exactly.
Yeah, just take some of that off the counter.
No, that's grody. Yuck, 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 yuck. Don't touch that. There's something gross about that. I don't know why.
When you're done washing your hands, you do this for some time. This is fun. And you have to make your next decision, right? Are you this person? Alright, more dangerous. If I can't see it, nobody can.
I can feel it though. Your butt's wet now.
And as you walk away from people, they'll just see like streaks of water on your upper thigh. I'm like, who sweats like this?
Either sweats or went to the bathroom in their pants.
Right? But if you have integrity, you go to the automatic hand dryer, right? It's a device I've seen since the late 80s, and it works based on personal confidence. If you are sure in your existence, you can activate automatic hand dryers. Slight bit of uncertainty, no. Person before you goes like, hey, what's up? Next person, hey, how's it going? And then you go. Then you start to have a mental breakdown. You're like, okay, I have an engineering degree, there is a sensor here. All I must do is find and activate the sensor to achieve maximum. And then someone sees you and you have to be like, no, hey, hey.
You know, that actually has happened to me several times where I see people like seamlessly use it, and then I go and nothing's happening. I'm like, what is going on? Why can't I figure this out? And then I wait to see if there's maybe a malfunction on the machine. Then more people come in, start using it, and then I start questioning.
You're translucent, man.
Yeah, I start questioning my intelligence and go, okay.
It's hard being white.
Yeah, sometimes.
No, the one I have a hard time with is where you have to dig. It's a Dyson air dryer. I don't know if these things are in India. I hope they're not, because they're the worst. But like, there's like a little space where you put your hands in, and it circulates air. But it's like, I can never not touch the edges, especially with air blowing your hands around.
Yeah.
It can't be helped. And then I feel icky, and like I gotta wash my hands all over again because I touched the. It's just contaminating. There's like more germs in that little space.
Yes.
So what's the point? Dyson, stop. Don't do that. He wipes up his thighs.
So I finish washing my hands, go back to the emergency room, and I'm laughing at my little hand dryer joke. I pre-laugh at all my jokes. Beep. I find audiences are not always reliable. So maybe you laugh, maybe you won't laugh. It's your problem, right? Before I come to the show, I go through all my jokes. I'm like, very funny, good boy, done. So I go back to the emergency. My friend hears this and she gets pissed off. Okay, she's like, Kanan, you're laughing? I'm in so much pain. What are you laughing about? So I told her, I was like, sometimes an automatic hand dryer. Next person, then you go. Right. Okay, I mean, it's a little funny. So now we're both laughing, right? So, beep. Doctor comes in. She's pissed off. She's like, hey, this is a hospital. What are you laughing about? Don't create ruckus here. Very big problem in India. The creation of ruckus. There wasn't ruckus here. Why have you made this ruckus? Can't just laugh here, huh? What's so funny? What are you laughing about? So I told her, so sometimes an automatic hand dryer. And you go. Okay, it's a little funny. So beep. Two new girls entered the emergency room. Okay, now they've fallen off a bike. They come with torn jeans, bleeding legs, limping like, doctor, help us! It's an emergency. Who is the patient? Oh, it's our bike. We're in so much pain. But since we're here, what are you guys laughing about? And so now we're all laughing, right? So currently, the soundtrack of the emergency room is beep beep.
Oh my God, someone died?
Yeah, while we were laughing, someone just died. And all of us will also die. So give up your dreams. Death is coming. Let's party. Welcome to the show.
It's not a philosophy. It's a way of
Show
life.
has now officially begun.
2-hour special. Wow. Yo, that's awesome. I would love to watch that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, don't make too many plans on July 7th. You've got a karaoke bar to go to.
I was supposed to get married on July 7th of 2007.
Oh, is this a true story?
Yeah, well, my first girlfriend, I told her, let's marry me, and we'll get married on July 7th, 2007. And we broke up after 3 or 4 years. And then a whole bunch of other people got married on that date. Probably half of them got divorced. The date doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah. Well, if I would have went to the wedding, I would have been very happy for you, and I would have said, hey, Jabby, congrats. Peep.
Exactly. No, I thought that this was really spot on. He does a very good job of making his stuff relatable, or if not relatable, you can see his perspective really easily, and so it makes it real fun. Everything he said, I was like, yes to all. Yep, the soap especially. Yeah. Like, it's so frustrating how we're dependent on machines, and half the time they're broken. If you ever shop at a grocery store and it's what do you call not automatic checkout, but like self-checkout.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, you buy your milk or whatever, and you just put it back in the shopping cart or in a bag, and it starts freaking out because you didn't put it down on this invisible scale that you don't know is there.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, wait, okay. So I put it down there, and I put something else there because I need to, and then the machine freaks out. Oh, you didn't pay for that item. I'm like, what? What do you? That's okay. It's so irritating. I just like, let's just keep that as a thing where people are checking you out. Not checking you out like, are you attractive? I mean, checking you out of the store when you buy stuff. It's just annoying. Like those, unless they can make it work better.
Yeah.
The only thing that's worked successfully since I was a little kid are the doors that automatically open and close.
Yeah, those have always been consistent. I've never usually had too much of an issue with those. After watching this, I can see why you were so sad that he canceled.
I know, right?
Because he's very relatable. A lot of the things he was going over was like, yes, that has happened to me many, many times. So I feel your pain on this issue. Especially the one that he had me the most was the push one. I cannot tell you how many times I have used. I hate that push thing, by the way. I think what you were onto is the best one, where you use your foot and that's by far the best, because then I don't actually have to use my hands and touch anything. It's it's clean. Yeah, the push one, I have literally been times, even when we were at the pier a couple weeks ago, I pressed it like 20 times. I still didn't get enough off. So those things are frustrating. Whoever came up with those, damn you, sir.
His rendition of it was hilarious because it became like this kind of race, which is what it feels like. Like, he accurately represented that experience that so many of us have gone through.
True.
And so what I have done in the past is like, I hold it down for a while and then I quickly go through the whole thing and try to like get it all done. And sure enough, like I have this weird OCD where it's like I want all the soap washed off.
Yes.
And what happens is like there's just like little bubble remnants left over. I'm like, no.
Now I gotta press it.
Now I gotta do the whole process all over again.
Yep.
Now I have weird ticks when it comes to washing the hands. For instance, I can't believe I'm sharing this. It's a small one, but it's still like a little bit embarrassing. So if I wash my hands, right, and I grab a paper towel, I wipe my hands, and I put the paper towel. I'm trying to put it in the garbage, right, without touching the other used paper towels, and I'm putting it in, and then it rolls off and falls on the floor. And as a kid, I was taught not to litter, and I was like, shit. I have to pick it up and I have to push it in, and I gotta go wash my hands again.
And then try to avoid hitting the other ones again.
So what I started doing,
punched it down.
No, what happens is in the future, if it falls on the floor instead of touching it, if the trash is close enough in terms of height, I'll grab it with my feet before anyone comes in the bathroom and do like a martial arts thing where I jump and then put it in the trash.
I want to see this in person one time.
Oh, man.
That sounds incredible.
I'm just happy I haven't hurt myself yet.
Yeah.
It's just all in the name of not having to wash my hands again and like make my hands dry out.
And so the cycle repeats over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see you do that sometime. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, hopefully not. It's just like me trying to avoid the.
But I mean, I want to see you use your feet and do a karate move to put trash in the trash. That sounds amazing.
Or the other thing you could do is kind of scoop it onto one hand and drop it in, or not one hand, but one foot, and then drop it into the garbage that way. There's different ways. I use my feet a lot in the bathroom to avoid touching stuff. Like,
me too.
If I go to the urinal, for instance, and there's a handle that's at face
I always
level,
use my foot.
I'll back up and push it with my foot.
Me too. Yes.
So
yes, you're preaching in the choir, sir. That's me too.
You just don't know people's habits, you know?
True.
It's scary.
Although I will tell you this, I remember, because I do that all the time, I did do that once in the presence of someone about to use the urinal right after me, and he looked at me like, are you too good to use your hands on that thing? I'm like...
Was it Clint Eastwood or his son?
What?
who was asking you that?
No, he didn't ask me. It's just the facial reaction I got that he was looking at me. I was like, sir, I don't know who's touched this.
Scott Eastwood went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
With Andrew. Are you too good to use your hands? Yes, I am. I don't want to touch it. I mean, especially with like COVID and everything, it kind of messes us all up. But anyway, now you know a little bit something extra about Jabby Kuwait and Andrew Flash Gordon. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Make sure to, save the bookmark this website, insider.in. There's a link in the description of Kanan Gill's video on Netflix. We have a link to this video that we just watched in the description below, so you can, follow that like a detective. And I don't know what that noise was. I'm Jabby Kuwait. This is
Andrew Gordon.
God. Peace out.